everybody, and welcome into another edition of the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup show here at JR's Sports Bar and Grill. Brett Pritchard and Adam Blankenship here with you at JR's, and Adam, a lot to talk about. We've got some great guests on here tonight, as always. A good crowd here at JR's, and again, we want to thank them. We start off the show by thanking them each and every week for what they do for our program and what they've been to us for the last 12 years, and what they've meant to all these communities around here for a lot longer than that. So glad that everybody's joined us tonight, and Adam, good to see you again. Just came off a really successful weekend here on Lake Martin. Mother Nature held off, and she held the rain back enough so everybody could come out and enjoy the weigh-ins at Wind Creek State Park. Really, Thursday and Friday were Chamber of Commerce type days, and then on Saturday it kind of got a little dicey, but it held off. And then Sunday, everybody was expecting severe weather. Didn't happen. So the crowd was huge for the Sunday championship weigh-in at Lake Martin with the Elite Series pros, and it was just a good event all over. Yeah,
definitely. And it was an event that we had talked about, where everyone was excited about in the area, and had talks of crazy weather coming in the weekend, but I think it held off for the most part. And like you said, it's a great crowd that showed up out there. And a lot of good fishing went on for sure, right?
A lot of good fishing. You know, Lake Martin really showed out, I thought. We talked about it numerous times during the weekend that we felt like it would be a 13 to 15-pound average a day to win this tournament. Ended up being right on that. Takahiro Omori, 59 pounds, 8 ounces, ends up winning the tournament. That's just shy of a 15-pound, barely just shy of a 15-pound average per day. He did a good job, and he was able to figure something out upriver. A lot of guys didn't do. A lot of people went down south and fished for those spotted bass, and a lot of times those will win you tournaments. But if you get on a pattern like Takahiro did, and you're able to catch largemouth, and they're able to replenish themselves on a daily basis like these fish were doing, you can really win a 4-day tournament, and you can really run away with it, and that's what he did. And, it's a crapshoot. He goes up there, day after day, and if it doesn't work out, maybe on a Friday or that Saturday, he tanks out and he's out of the mix.
Yeah.
But his spot held up, and it was so far upriver, most people just not going to run that far, and he was willing to take a chance and try something different than everybody else was doing, and it worked out. And that's what happens when you're fishing in a field of the 110 of the best. You've got to figure something out that maybe everybody else isn't doing, and you got to take a little bit of a risk to try to do it. And he did it, and it worked out. And, I was able to follow him for 3 days. It was me and maybe a couple other boats on the last day. But, there was hardly nobody up there the first day. He was up there. It was just me and Landon Tidwell.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was just it. And then basically the same thing on Friday and Saturday as well. So got a chance to watch him up close in person and see what he did and just kind of take it all in. He's a very personable guy, very nice. He talked to him every day after the weigh-in because he was used to seeing me because I was about the only one up there.
Yeah.
But he really had a lot to share, and felt really good for him being able to hold on and win the thing.
How does that work when you say you followed him around? Like, are you in the lake spectating as well, or how much distance are you keeping between? Like, what's
pretty good bit? You don't get up on anybody. A couple hundred yards. Sometimes you get a little bit closer, and you can get if they're on one spot and they're kind of what you would term anchored down. They power pole down now, and they're casting at one spot, and that you're not going to interfere with them, and they're making one cast and they're not moving around. Then you can get a little closer to them.
Really?
Yeah, they don't care as long as you don't mess up their area. And if you fish a lot, you understand that distance and that respect, and you kind of stay back and just kind of take it in. But that's the only way you can really spectate in that sport and kind of watch is to get out, ride around, find where they are, and watch what they're doing.
That's pretty interesting because I would constantly be worrying about, am I getting too close? Am I messing up some of his fishing and everything? Since you were following him, you got to tell everybody the secret spot where he caught everything at, right?
Well, it's no secret now for sure. It's out everywhere, and it's something that most everybody around here that fishes a lot knows and have known forever. And the thing that made that spot so good, Adam, is current. Rain, current, the wash coming down the river. It creates, in bass fishing, current and really trumps everything because it really turns the fish on to feed. And just like me and you, when food gets in front of your face, most of the time you're going to reach down and pick some of it up. Even if you might not be real hungry, if somebody puts something in front of you, you may try it a little bit. Well, that's what those bass were doing. They were kind of just staging behind a point, watching the water go all the way down and watching all the bait and watching everything down. And when that bait would come out, they would just go out there and pop it and come back. So that's that was a constant renewal of fish every day. Yeah. It was a new group of fish that would move up and attack that bait. And so that's how it worked out for them.
Now, notice whenever I asked you where the spot was, you said it was everywhere. You said everybody knows where it's at, but it's everywhere.
No, it's not everywhere. It's not everywhere. There's one spot upriver that, everybody watched on Bass Live, and he talked about after the weigh-in, the final day weigh-in, is that, it just the way it's set up. It was one island up there. The point of the island, there's a creek that comes in on the right side, so you're getting washed from both sides.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So and it's kind of creating an eddy, and it's just a perfect mix. Let me just say that.
I was reading where he was saying that he was going up in there and getting to some spots a lot of people didn't want to go into.
That's right.
Was there some really shallow water that he was getting into there? And how does he go about getting that boat up there?
Well, he ran the river channel. It's not hard to run up there if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And where he was, it was shallow, but not shallow like again, you can run aground up there, but with the electronics and the way things are now, you've got to just about be reckless.
That's a skill in itself then.
It is. So, but, he ran up in there and was able to get out of the current and power pole down in some shallow water and be able to sit right there on that spot, for a couple hours every day and, catch a good solid limit and move on and go try something else. But that's another key thing before we go to our first break, Adam, is that in a 4-day tournament, you got to have that stuff hold up. It's got to carry you through 4 days. So you don't want to just sit there all day on the first day and wear them out.
Yeah.
Because you'll wear your hole out, then those fish aren't there, and you kind of ruined yourself. So it's a pace thing. You may not have the lead after day 1 or 2. He didn't have the lead after day 1. But he knew he was going to go back and be able to catch the same amount pretty much the next day. So he felt good about himself, and we'll talk more about the fishing tournament a little bit later on. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. Dadeville High School baseball on tap here tonight. Coach Kyle Caldwell will be up next with you, Adam, to talk some Dadeville baseball. And then we'll get some of the players up here and talk to them about the season coming up. So stay tuned. More of the Sports Blitz, Lake Martin Sports Roundup, coming your way right after this.
A1 Four Seasons, a division of Jackson Refrigeration, is Central Alabama's Alabama Power Superior Solutions dealer. With the summer months approaching, the temperatures are rising, and so will your power bill if you don't have one of the latest 410A heat pumps. With R22 Freon prices on the rise, now is the time to make the switch to a new, more efficient unit that will save you hundreds of dollars on your yearly power bill. Call A1 Four Seasons at 256-234-4457.
Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance, you got to get to Gills. Selection and price, got to get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills. Cars that fit your budget. Service that no one around can beat. Stop by today and test drive the vehicle of your dreams. Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance you. Gotta get to Gills. Selection and price. Gotta get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills.
Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Relief has a new address in Alexander City. Main Street Family Urgent Care is now open across from Walmart on Highway 280. From cuts, broken bones, strep throat, and flu, they can help you heal and feel better fast. Open 8 to 8 Monday through Friday, 8 to 6 on Saturday, and 1 to 6 on Sunday.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
We have a promise to keep with this community, our pledge of respect for your family and your needs in every funeral arrangement.
A funeral is a time that calls for consideration.
For that reason, we won't consider anyone else.
For a full range of funeral services with sensitivity, compassion, and respect, call Radney Funeral Home at 256-234-2511 or Langley Funeral Home at 256-896-2571, your hometown funeral homes.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back into Lake Martin Sports Roundup. I'm your host, Adam Blankenship, now being joined by the Dadeville High School head baseball coach, Kyle Caldwell. Kyle, how are you doing tonight?
It's a good night. It's a little rainy weather, so we've kind of had to go indoors and work a little bit.
Well,
we're getting it done.
It's good that we were able to get y'all in here. I know practice is in full swing now. You guys are getting ready for the upcoming season, so I guess it's kind of good to have some bad weather. That way it can justify pulling y'all away a little bit, right?
Yeah, we threw bullpens today inside, so we're still getting our pitching kind of working up to the first game.
Yeah.
Those starters and relievers not throwing as many pitches in a bullpen. But, with all this rain, all we've been able to do is really hit the ball. So I hope we're going to be able to hit the ball
that's
next
the
Monday.
good thing. Yeah, that's the good thing right there, though, because, I think hitting is one of the things that's kind of hardest to get adjusted to and get everybody used to doing again. So I guess as much batting practice as you need is best, right?
Yeah, that's definitely the case, and we played pretty good competition. I think every team we played last year on our schedule ended up second or third round in the playoffs.
Nice.
Except for maybe 2 teams.
Yeah.
So we're going to face good pitching throughout the year to hopefully get us ready to make a run for the playoffs.
That's the thing about Dadeville baseball that I always remember whenever I played against them in high school and everything, you guys always had good pitching, good hitting. You played top-notch competition, and y'all were some of the best out there too. Talk to us about that. Is that what you kind of really focus on, is making sure you're playing these tough teams all year long to kind of get ready for that?
Yeah, definitely. And we have a tough area with Holtville and Tallahassee. And Elmore County's tough every now and then, but they still give you a run for your money. It's not a pushover. So if we can do well in the area to get to the playoffs, I feel like those teams we played throughout the beginning of the year, middle of the year, like, Ben Russell and Valley and Opelika, Beauregard, all those big 5A schools and 6A, we play those guys because if we make it to the playoffs, that's the type of pitching we're going to see, the first game and the second game, or possibly a third game.
No doubt.
So we try to face those guys throughout the year to where when we make the playoffs, we've already faced somebody like that.
And that's the main thing is facing that pitch.
It's no change.
Yeah. Main thing is getting in there and facing that pitch and facing these guys that can hit the low 90s and high 80s consistently because, you can schedule cupcakes all year long and sit there and dominate the season, but when playoffs come around, it's going to tell on you, right?
Wins look good, but, if you're not facing good competition, it's going to come back to bite you in the butt.
No doubt, definitely. Well, this is your second year as head coach for Dadeville. Talk to us about last year. Coming in, first season into it, I'm sure there's a lot to learn and everything. Talk to us about some of the things you learned last year as head coach.
Last year I think we had 9 seniors, so that's a big senior class for my first year. So there's a lot of learning and a lot of, hey, we're not going to change a lot because we have a lot of seniors. Mm-hmm. So this year it was more of let's get into a little bit different routine, try some new things out because I got some 10th graders this year that really didn't play on varsity last year because I had 9 seniors, and a lot of them played. So those 10th graders this year, they're going to be able to help out a lot with our good senior class, and we got a pretty good group of juniors too.
Nice.
So hopefully, we get a good hand and we play that hand.
Talk to us about last season. How'd you guys finish up? How'd you end up doing?
We finished 3rd, but we had a couple games where we didn't play really well in area. And it came back to hurt us. We lost the tiebreaker game to both Holtville and Tallahassee.
Tough.
And it was really tough. And I felt like we didn't play our best in those games.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we lost. We just didn't hit the ball well enough, and we didn't make those plays, and we didn't throw enough strikes. So, it comes down to which team's going to do the little details right. Yeah. And that's what I've been preaching all year, I was like, hey, you can cheat that lap, or you can cheat those 10 pitches, or you can cheat those cuts in the cage if you want to. But I can promise you these other teams aren't cheating them because it paid off because they made it to the playoffs and we didn't.
Yep.
So if you want to go that extra step and make those playoffs and make a push, then you got to do everything and even more.
Baseball's one of those games that I tell on you, too. Like you said, skipping those reps or getting by here and there, it's going to catch up with you in the long run.
That's definitely true.
Especially in a game where you fail so often, or 3 out of 10 is the best thing. out there. So, I mean, I'm sure that's one of those things that you really got to harp on. What are some of the things you learned from last year that you're going to try to incorporate into this season?
I think definitely just challenging my guys more, not letting them just maybe saying they're tired on the mound or something, just maybe challenging. Not arm tired, but just, body language and little stuff like that. And just letting them hack at the plate. I think I gave, maybe too much small game last year when we really didn't have it, but I'm just trying to create a spark for some of those guys who don't think they can do that.
Yeah.
So I think maybe just letting them, get up to the plate and hack away a little bit.
So what you got coming back this year, how many seniors do you have? Talk to us about that group and also the team that you got coming up.
We got 8 seniors. And
dang, you have huge classes in.
Yeah, we have 3 teams at our school, and we're 4A, and we're going down to 3A, but we still have the numbers to have 3 teams.
Dominate 3A.
And so we got 8 seniors. I got a good pitching group. Got a couple guys who have been playing on varsity for a long time, and so my middle infielders, that's my rock right there. Second baseman, shortstop. They're both seniors. They both been playing. They're both starters for 3 years. So, we shouldn't lose a beat right there. And I have a junior coming back at catcher who's been on varsity since 8th grade. So hopefully we're expecting big things out of him. He kind of got hurt a little bit last year. So our other catcher, he had to catch all the games. And so my outfield had to move a kid from second base to outfield, but he's been playing there all summer with his travel team, and so he shouldn't miss a beat out there. And I got a pretty good center fielder. He played a lot last year, and I got our right fielder. He played a lot there last year. So everywhere we're pretty solid. Still got to find somebody for third base. Still have a battle out there, and first baseman's doing pretty well. I'm expecting him to pick it up more when games start. But I think pitching staff right now got 3 seniors that are going to have to pitch a lot, and 2 juniors and a couple sophomores that are going to have to go on the mound and throw it. So I'm expecting big things from our pitching staff. I think they're going to carry us a lot of games this year.
So going into it, you had 9 seniors last year, 8 this year. You got a lot of seniors this year, but you probably got a lot of them that hadn't played a whole lot with such a big group last year, right?
Yeah, a couple of them, we don't really try to do it like the college game, but sometimes, they're not the best of hitters.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not going to lie to the kids. So I always told them, hey, let's find something that you can do extremely well and help out the team in this one area, and you concentrate on that area, kind of more transitioning into the college ball. Definitely. And, I've had that talk with a couple of my juniors and a senior, and they've embraced that role. And in our squad games, man, they've gotten up there and they've battled on the mound and they've competed, and that's all I'm asking for. And they've earned their spot.
Yeah.
And so all they got to do is just keep working hard. But, everybody's not made out to be a hitter. Some people can just be good pitchers. And so I got a couple guys that I've, kind of pushed to just pitch only. And they've been doing really well at that. And I think once everybody on our team finds their role for the team, then that's when we're going to start winning.
Definitely. So you guys started full practice last Monday, is that right?
Yes, I think that's right.
So y'all are in pretty much full swing now. Take us through a typical day, like when you start practice, what you guys really focus on?
Yeah, the first week of practice, it rained, and so we weren't able to really get on the field until that Wednesday. So that first day the field was dry, we squatted. I just wanted to see what they were like live, and we did pretty well. And then we had a couple of days of BP and, infield, outfield, taking a lot of ground balls and fly balls and just working on little details. And then we squatted that next week also. Did pretty well there. Had a lot of – we played 10 innings that day.
Oh, nice.
So I had a
best way to do it
team.
right there.
We're out there, hey, this team against this team, bring up some of my B-team guys to play in some spots in the field. Yeah. But it was mainly my varsity guys getting cuts against my varsity pitching.
Yeah.
And that's how we've been doing it. And then today, it's been raining all weekend, so
it's terrible. Then
all we had, we just had to throw bullpens today, but we got that done.
That's good. Going into it, quick turnaround for when practice starts and when games start playing. When are you guys playing? Who you got coming up? Anybody circled on the schedule that you're looking forward to?
Well, we started off the year last year against Valley and then Ben Russell up here, and we're doing the same thing this year. So I'm really – every time we played Valley last year, I just felt like we didn't have it that day. Like we didn't bring the energy, and we weren't focused. And so I've really, really stressed. I want to win every game, but I want to win the first game first, and then let's worry about the next game. So right now, that first game, that's the most important to me.
Yeah.
I want to come out. I want to have good energy. Even if we lose or battling at the plate, but we get out. I still don't want to hang our heads, kind of like we did last year to start off the year. I think we started 0-3 last year. But that's 3 good teams we played in the beginning of the year. But I thought we were a better team than what we showed the first day. So that's what I'm really, more energy and just, hey, the next pitch.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about the last pitch.
You guys always held like a tournament early season, it seems like. Are y'all still doing that now? Or
We used to have the Field of Dreams tournament, but AHSAA, they kind of pushed back on the way we could schedule games. So I remember when I was in school, we'd play 40 games a year.
Yeah, man. We play that every year.
You can only play 28 now. And
really?
So,
28 games is it?
And that's not – during spring break, you can play as many as you can, but we have an area game the Friday, Saturday of spring break.
So there's no point in doing
to play.
That doesn't make any sense. That's kind of shorting the kids, too, because those 40-game seasons are that's what you need. You need as many reps as possible to get ready for those.
And if not 40, we can – push it maybe a little bit further, but I think it was just kind of a test run for the kind of like the pitch count thing that they implemented. So maybe in the next 2 years or 4 years it'll go back to a little bit.
Surely so, because I remember the Field of Dreams tournament, man. We played. I think we played Team Canada in it one year. We played of course the Phoenix cities, the Central Phoenix cities, and Russell counties and Auburn's. I mean, it was always loaded, stacked all the way through. You get good competition.
I think my junior year we played Smiths, we played Central, we played Beauregard, and then I know my 10th grade year was the year we played Auburn High School.
Yeah.
And that's the year they won state their second year.
Yeah.
We beat them at our field.
Wow.
And that was big for us because they're, a really good baseball program.
Definitely.
And we beat them in a close game. So.
Definitely. Well, man, we're looking forward to keeping up with you guys during the season. I'm going to be checking in with you. Keep me updated on what's going on, your record, how the team's going, whatever it may be. And at the end of the season, we'll have you on again to recap everything. But appreciate you guys making it out. I know it's rough weather. I know you got practice, everything going on, so it means a lot that you guys were able to come up here and talk with us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem. We're going to have some of the guys coming up here next after this commercial break. More on the Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show right after this.
New year, new you.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside, but the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.
Whether it's a dream house or corporate real estate, Concrete has the skill, expertise, and talent to exceed your expectations. Trust Concrete to build a foundation for your future. Our work ethic and dedication are always in keeping the competition on their toes. We specialize in residential and commercial development in the Coosa, Talladega, and Shelby County areas. Call us today for your next project, 256-245-4211, or check us out on the web at con-crete.com.
If you've ever wanted a Lexus, now is your opportunity at the Reinhardt Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, the time of the year to get savings on the Lexus you want. With extra inventory, the selection is better than ever on the most popular models. Save thousands with low monthly payments and special financing. Get 0% APR on the ES for 60 months. At Reinhardt Lexus, an opportunity like this only knocks once a year. So find your Lexus today at Reinhardt Lexus, where you'll feel like family.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
If you've been putting off that new heating and air unit in your home because of the upfront expenses, Williams Plumbing of Alexander City now has primary financing from Synchrony and can now install brand new heating and cooling systems with zero down, longer terms, and a competitive rate. Call Williams Plumbing at 256-329-8488 and get a free quote and terms and upgrade up to $35,000 in work with approved credit. Williams Plumbing stands behind their work with on-time affordable service for all your heating and air needs, as well as plumbing for zero down financing and great service. Williams Plumbing.
Welcome back into Lake Martin Sports Roundup. Adam Blankenship here talking with the Dadeville High School varsity baseball team, being joined now by two of the seniors coming into this season. Introduce yourselves. Tell us your position and your name.
I'm Abad Bernathi. I play third base and I pitch.
I'm Tal Willard and I play second.
All right. So, talking to Kyle, 8 seniors in this class. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
9 seniors last year. So, a big group. Did you guys have the opportunity to play a good bit last year, or was it kind of working in and out with such a large class?
Well, me myself, I tore my UCL ligament. I had Tommy John surgery last year, so I didn't get to play a lot. But yeah, a lot of the guys in our class got to play a lot last year and had contributed a lot.
That's good. So you talk about your surgery a little bit.
Well,
how's recovery going? I know it's a grind, man. I've
Yeah.
seen so many guys go through it that it's terrible.
I hyperextended in wrestling, and then we went out on a cold day, and it was cold and raining, and he had kind of restricted me a little bit. And I flipped over I threw a couple pitches, flipped over a curveball, felt it pop, and I was like, maybe I just messed up the muscle again when I hyperextended it, and I kept pitching, and I realized there was something bad wrong. We went and had surgery, and there's this new surgery out where they just repair it instead of fully reconstruct it.
Wow.
So I had a 6-month recovery time rather than a year.
That's
So I was
good.
able to play football, wrestle, and play baseball. Because if I would have had a full reconstruction, I wouldn't have been able to play any sports my senior year.
So you had surgery when?
In May last year.
In May of last year, you still played this football season.
Yes, sir.
Good. Great. You have any kind of pain with it or anything?
No, sir.
How's it feel now when you throw?
It's feeling good. I've gotten in about 5 pins now and
You have any
played
kind
in.
of restrictions on it or anything? You good to go?
We had to, after football season, about December, I had to go through a throwing program just get the muscles right, but the ligament's fine and I'm good to go.
Back when they were doing it, when we were in school, they were taking it out of your hamstring, taking it from there and putting it on there. I mean, that's just a terrible injury.
Well, they use this bio thing. I can't explain it, but it's just like bio tape that this guy used, and there had only been 300.
It's not really reassured, is it?
No,
Biotape.
But there was like 300 of these done, and he did it, and he figured this was the best for me because my ligament was still good, and
nice.
it got me in sports quicker and allowed me to enjoy my senior year.
Oh, nice. So are you throwing harder? Or
I feel
anything?
like I'm about the same. I really didn't get the time to recuperate like I needed to throw harder because of football and wrestling, but I'm throwing about the same, and I'm back to about where I was.
That's good because season's just now getting started. Practice is just now in full swing, so there's plenty of time to recoup that. Talk about some of the things I want to do. I know you want to win, but
I mean, we're a real close group. We've been playing since we were little bitty, playing together. I mean, I've known him since I was 1 year old, and I've known a lot of these guys. We've grown up together, and we just like playing ball. We just want to. Everybody says we want to have fun, but we want to have fun by winning games and doing it the right way. We've been focusing on little things, hitting our spots in the pins, cleaning up like we're supposed to, making sure the young guys are doing stuff the right way. Because if we got the young guys doing the stuff the right way, we know we're doing the right things.
yeah, they're definitely that. They're looking for you guys to be the leaders and everything, and try to keep this program going to the high levels going. Yeah, definitely. So do y'all play summer ball or anything together, or travel ball or anything lead into it, or?
Well, I mean, we hang out throughout the summer. I mean, some of the guys have played some travel ball in the past, but I mean, a lot of the guys are involved in different sports. We got a couple football players on the team, a couple basketball players, a couple wrestlers. I mean, I wrestle. We got another wrestler on the team. So we just got everybody contributing in different sports. I think he's going to try out for track this year. So
oh, nice.
We're not have like the baseball freaks that you usually have, but we got a lot of guys that just enjoy playing the game that are
Yeah, good athletes, all the way around athletes.
Good competitors, and we just like getting out there and playing.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I think everybody should play everything in high school. You see a lot of kids just focus on one sport. You know, I just play baseball or I just play this or that. But I think it's good to get well-rounded because you can take other things from the other sports and use it, you know. So talk to us about playing with Coach Caldwell. How do you guys enjoy playing with him? What kind of impact you think he's bringing to the program?
I mean, Coach Nolan, all respect to Coach Nolan and them. I mean, I enjoy playing under him, but Coach Kyle is just different. I mean, both of them are great. Coach Kyle is just a guy that we looked up to when we were in elementary school. He was playing high school ball. He was the star of the team, the guy everybody looked up to. He played quarterback. It was what everybody, definitely the football players, what everybody dreamed of doing.
Yeah.
So to have that guy come back and then be our coach is kind of a guy we can relate to because he's from here. Not saying Coach Nolan are from here, but, like, he's from here and he understands, like this jacket, you commented on the jacket. He understands, like, it's just new blood, and he kind of understands this a little bit.
This is what the kids want.
Can relate to us.
It kind of makes it exciting for y'all to have a younger guy. It kind of brings a younger influence to the team too. So I'm looking forward to follow you out there this season. Any certain games you got circled on the schedule or teams you got circled you want to?
I mean, we always got the big games like Ellick City and Reeltown, and you got the area games. So we always just want to go out and compete and try to do our best. And them rivalries are always fun, a little bit of trash talking here and there.
Yeah, well, I played at Benjamin Russell. I have to give credit to Dable. Dable's always had a top-notch baseball program. Every time we played those guys, they were ready. Nick Porter and they, you may not know them, but there was a group then, the McKelveys and all of them. They were really, really good. But hats off to the Dable program. Y'all are awesome, really is. It's nice to have a team like y'all in this area and everything. So we wish y'all the best of luck. Look forward to following y'all this season, and we'll be keeping updated with y'all throughout the year. At the end of the year, we're going to have you back on, too, and talk with you guys more to kind of recap. Hopefully bringing back some maybe some kind of at least area championships, state championships. You know, you might have bigger dreams, right?
One of our main goals is trying to make the playoffs this year because we didn't make it last year.
Yeah.
And we just want to be able to compete and extend, like, you never want to, as seniors, we never want to see it end, you know, because, like, a lot of us, this is going to be the last sport we ever play in high school.
Exactly.
Like the last athletic event we ever compete in, because a lot of us are good high school ball players in every type of sport, but we don't have that opportunity to go play afterwards, so we want to try to extend it as long as we can.
Oh, nice, man. Well, good luck to y'all. Wish y'all the best of luck, and we'll be looking forward to following up with you guys, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us on.
We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back with you in the Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show right after this.
At A&M Plumbing, you can count on us for dependable, quality service. Our staff is professional, neat, clean, and courteous. We're a fully licensed and insured plumbing company. Call on A&M Plumbing for any plumbing, sewer, or septic problems. We provide a comprehensive line of plumbing repair and installation services to keep your home's plumbing systems in top order. When you need plumbing service, call on the professionals at A&M Plumbing. Service at its best, when you need it most.
Whether it's a walk-off home run, a game-winning touchdown, or a buzzer beater, make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup. Located in downtown Sylacauga and a short drive from Highway 280, Jay's has the food you're looking for. Whether it's wings, fingers, burgers, or salads, they have it all. Come bring your family for a great meal, come hang out with your friends for the big game, or call them at 256-207-0700 to place your order. Make sure Jay's Sports Grill is in your lineup.
We have a promise to keep with this community, our pledge of respect for your family and your needs in every funeral arrangement.
A funeral is a time that calls for consideration.
For that reason, we won't consider anyone else.
For a full range of funeral services with sensitivity, compassion, and respect, call Radney Funeral Home at 256-234-2511 or Langley Funeral Home at 256-896-2571, your hometown funeral homes.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. At Walls, you'll find a dedicated staff offering top quality service from routine maintenance to a full engine overhaul and everything in between. Brian Walls and the folks at Walls Tire are local folks that you know, and they provide the best service always at a fair price. Find out what the rest of the Lake Martin area already knows. Walls Tire is the Lake Martin area's complete automotive solution. Just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Welcome back into the Lake Martin Sports Roundup. Continuing our talk with the Dadeville High School varsity baseball team. Had Kyle Caldwell on and a couple other seniors earlier talking about this upcoming season. Last Monday, not today, not this past Monday, but the week before. So these guys are kind of getting back into full swing. But here with us now, we got a couple more of the seniors. Introduce yourselves and tell us your positions.
I'm Sam Stevenson. I play right field.
And I'm Justin Meadows, pitch and as well play third.
All right, well, I was talking to Kyle earlier on about his pitching staff this year, saying he's going to rely on a lot of seniors for pitching and everything. Talk to us about getting ready for the upcoming season. Anything you're doing out of the ordinary or anything like to do early on in the season to kind of get your arm in shape?
Well, really, we kind of went headstrong into this season. We threw like bullpens to get warmed up, and we went straight into like scrimmaging against ourselves, just trying to get a little bit of live action and get ourselves in the field for when we get into the game.
Yeah, that's really the best way is to get in and get those live batters, right? Is that what you enjoy the most about it?
Oh, yes.
All right, talk to us about your pitching style. Are you a two-pitch guy, or are you a curveball or a fastball guy? What's your style in the mound?
Mainly a curveball guy. I like to mess with the batter and get into their minds before, get them thinking and not know what's coming next before it gets to them.
I got you. So you're pretty tall. So are you coming over the top, or are you coming side on a little bit?
Over the top.
Over the top. All right. You throwing gas?
And middle.
Of course you are, like 95, right? Is that how it goes?
Maybe a little bit less than that, yeah. I'll say that.
At least, right? On a bad day?
On a bad day.
Well, talk to us about last year. What were some of the guys, what were some of the things y'all did last year that you're wanting to improve on this season?
Teamwork. Last year, I felt like we could have been a lot more selfless. I think there was a lot of ulterior motives. People playing for themselves. This year we have a great, friendly team. Everybody loves each other. You know, we're all brothers. It'll be unselfish play, and it'll be good ball.
So you had a large senior class last year. You had 9 seniors. This year you got 8. So you had another large senior class. You guys are pretty much grown up playing with each other, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, talk to us about practice so far. How is it going with Coach Caldwell? I know it's his second year as a coach. What are some of the things that you're, that he's doing that you guys like about practice, or that you think is going to translate over to some wins this year?
Coach Kyle does a lot of things just to get to know us more. Like, he's willing to work with us and develop us more as a team, but also get to know our play style and things such as that. And whatever he figures out our weaknesses and our strengths, and he'll focus on the weaknesses and get us better at those before game time.
Yeah, he's a young coach, so he brings a youthful aspect to it. Our last coach was Coach Randy Nolan, and he was very old and not old age, set in his ways, but he just had an older style. Yeah, and he was that's what he knew, and that's what we did. And with Coach Kyle, he brings that new breath of life into the team, and so it's different, but it's more engaging, and it's more active, and it's more game oriented. We don't do just drills. It's more game focused, and it's what we come to see in an actual game.
Yeah. I whenever I played, Coach Dillon was the head coach at Dadeville. We were used to a certain style with him. We would just face him. I mean, I played at Mitchell Russell, but he was a legendary coach, but he had that same old school mentality that a lot of coaches do. So that's what I thought was kind of interesting is having a younger coach in, bringing some new age stuff to it. I'm interested to see how that translates into it. What are some of the games you're looking forward to this year? Anybody you got circled on the schedule that you're looking forward to getting back at or playing against?
the first couple of games we play are probably going to be our toughest. We play Benjamin Russell and we play Valley, and they're two great teams. A couple of games that we're looking forward to is, we always do the rivalry game with Reeltown, and recently we've been playing Horseshoe Bend more than normal, and that's Coach Kyle's past team, and so it's kind of like it's not as much with Horseshoe Bend as with Reeltown, but there is a brewing rivalry as kind of getting to the point of football with Dayville and Horseshoe Bend. Yeah, I feel it's just we got a great schedule lineup. We have a good balance of teams where we can, just not going to say get whooped, but they're going to be a very hard team to beat, and so we'll see what our weaknesses are for sure. They'll be obvious, but I think that's a good thing. You have to have the couple of games in the schedule that expose you, see where you need to work. You can't just have a lineup of easy teams. So, yeah. But the Alex City and Valleys and Reeltowns and Horseshoe Bends, there'll be challenges because they are, brought in through rivalry. Yeah, they all have something to prove. They all have something to gain from it.
Yeah. And also when we were, just the area games, like when we play Hopeful and Tallahassee and Elmore County, it's like last year we had a letdown because we were just trying to, just beat the people in our area, get above everybody else, and it kind of let us down. And we got to where we were hoping one team would lose just for us to make it into the playoffs, and we don't want it to be that way this year. We want to be on top of everybody and know we did this to get us where we are.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for is just be able to control your own destiny with that. I think that's hitting on some things about playing a lot of teams in the area. That's the fun thing about baseball is, you can have those Ben Russell, Dayville matchups and those type things. It's fun to do those because everybody around here knows each other, so it's always nice to have a little bragging rights and stuff like that. We're looking forward to watching you guys this year. We're going to be following you closely and everything. We're going to have you at the end of the season up here to talk about, recap. Hopefully talk about an area championship, maybe. Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
There you go. So, good luck to you guys. We appreciate you coming out on this Monday night. Good luck with practice. I know you start games. Is that next week?
Next Monday.
So you turn around in 2 weeks? That's crazy. And you're ready to play? Is it just like a workshop tournament game, or is it actual season?
It's the actual season. We'll start off our season coming up here to Benjamin Russell playing Valley and Benjamin Russell back-to-back. So it'll be pretty challenging beginning, but we're looking forward to it. We're
right off the bat. But Dayville's always been known to play in those tough schedules. Y'all always have really good baseball teams. So good luck to you guys, and appreciate you coming on, all right?
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with you more on the Late Martin Sports Roundup Show right after this.
With the boat season winding down and the weather getting cooler, it's time to let Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road and winterize your boat and get ready for the off-season. The good guys can make all your off-season repairs, winterization, and upgrades easy and on budget. Remember, now's the best time for used boat prices and selection, and you can even pre-order next year's Landau pontoons and quality Suzuki outboards to get the perfect fit for next spring. Service, sales, and value all this off-season at the place the locals know, Alex City Marine. And don't forget to order your 2018 Manitou pontoons now.
LMG Advertising Agency offers a comprehensive marketing solution tailored to each of our clients' needs. We are a full-service marketing firm offering website design and development, video production, social media marketing, search engine optimization, and overall branding that includes logo design, brochures, mailouts, and more. Our experienced team of marketing professionals would love to come up with a marketing strategy that will deliver results for you and your business. Learn more at lmgadagency.com or call today to start at 256-825-0197.
Lyman Ward Military Academy is currently accepting applications for fall enrollment, with cadets reporting on August 19th. New drone and STEM programs added to the curriculum for the 2017 and 18 school year. If you're looking for structure, one-on-one academic help, athletic excellence, as well as leadership training, Lyman Ward is the school for you. For more information, visit our website at lwma.org or call our admissions director, Wynn Fletcher, at 256-675-6269.
Why buy your next car from Lynch Nissan of Auburn?
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace. Smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
When you're born, you're really young. You're like 0 years old. My grandma tells me to quit growing up so fast. But what can I do about it? My mom keeps throwing me birthday parties.
Russell Medical, comprehensive care in your corner of the world.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show presented by JR's Sports Bar and Grill. Brett Pritchard and Adam Blankenship. Adam been busy up here tonight with the Dadeville baseball team. I know you were able to talk to several of their guys, and they brought a number of their players up here, and good to see those guys up here. Good to talk to Kyle, and what a great job he's done. They're coaching, returning to his alma mater and coaching at Dadeville High School, where he, was just phenomenal at everything he did. Baseball and football especially, and went on to have a good college career at West Alabama as a football player, and just a great athlete all the way around. So, a young, energetic guy. I mean, those guys have to really like having a coach like him with the experience and what he brings to the table and the fire that he brings. So we obviously are pulling for them, and
that's
are
what I was
excited
talking about
it.
with him too. With him being he's 6-7 years older than they are.
That's
so
right.
I mean, it has to be fun to have a younger coach that way, especially that's not too far out of it himself. He brings some new flavor and some new things to the table. So it's gonna be fun to follow those guys and see how they improve in his second year of coaching. So.
Yeah, again, baseball getting ready to start everywhere, and I know those guys are excited, expecting big things from Dadeville this year. We'll move over to some wrestling talk. Here in Alex City, Benjamin Russell, as you read in the paper maybe this weekend, they begin sectionals and this past weekend and moved on. And I don't have the full results here, but Coach Renshaw, and I'll name all some of the guys here, Saxon Coker and Brooks Parker, Bobby, is it Sharjah? I don't know. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. And then Zay Hunter, who obviously is a great football player, expecting big things out of them. Able to move on and have several guys compete in the state championship coming up this week. And Coach Renshaw, we had him up here at the beginning of the season. Can you believe it's almost over?
It's crazy.
I mean, it literally feels like yesterday that he was up here. But what a good job that Coach Renshaw's done. Nobody was shocked by that. What he brings to the table was a phenomenal wrestler himself at Benjamin Russell High School. They got a good shot at having some guys win it all. And it's a young team. They're expecting this team to continue to get better. As you heard Coach Renshaw at the beginning of the year talk about this team and how he expected big things from them. But the youth was what he concentrated on and talked about and said, if we can kind of overachieve a little bit this year, man, the sky's the limit in the next couple of years for these guys. So wrestling team doing really well, still in action in the state championships up in Huntsville this coming up week. Adam, some basketball stuff. Unfortunately, Ben Russell's men's basketball season comes to a close. Weren't able to hold off Wetumpka in the area tournament. Lost a very close ball game there. So their season's done. Coach Daniel's first season there is the men's basketball coach, but the women still in it. Yep. Women still playing. I think what you say, the winner of Helena and Pelham
to face off against. So they're having a good season. Ran into some problems against Opelika in the area tournament. I think it said kind of due to some
Opelika's had
depth.
they've had their number this year. So
yeah, but they're still in it, so still got a chance to fight and work their way back into the playoffs and get that going. But yeah, Central Coosa doing the same thing as well, and Dadeville girls as well. So you get three of the girls teams in the area right there still fighting. Of course, Central Coosa boys wins the area again as well too.
Third consecutive area title for Coosa Central, and it doesn't matter. Year in and year out, Adam, Central Coosa's boys always
just reload.
They do. And they're a basketball school. And we talk about schools having their niche, and some schools are better at certain sports than others. Obviously, the goal is to try to be as good at all of them as you possibly can. But Central Coosa, year in and year out, both in men's and women's basketball, they always seem to be in the hunt. They always seem to find a way to go deep in the playoffs and have a chance to make it to Birmingham to the Final Four. And it'll be interesting to see how this team ends the season. They had a tough, a close quarter championship game there in the 3A 6 Area 6 tournament, able to hold on and pull it out. And it's one of the things you look at from teams, Adam, finding ways to win, because everybody you play from here out is going to be good.
Yeah, finding ways to win and who's playing their best ball right now at the moment, because when these tournaments come around and you face a team that's a little bit better than you are, if you catch them at the right moment, you can knock them out. Basketball is one of those sports where pretty much anybody can win. If you get those top teams, you're pretty much all about the same caliber, so you can beat pretty much anybody. So don't be surprised if you see Central Coosa make another run and play deep into Birmingham again this year.
And no doubt about it. You just look at it and what they were able to do over Randolph County, able to pull that win off and move on. So we're coming down the stretch here. All the basketball coming to a close. I mean, we'll all be up in Birmingham in the next a couple weeks for the finals. They used to be the Final 48, but they add 7A to the mix now. I think there's 56 basketball games that we cover from Monday through Saturday.
You excited?
It's a grind. It's a grind, no doubt. But I do like it. It's exciting. Don't get me wrong. It's a ton of basketball. It's kind of like when you walk in a casino in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You walk in a casino, you don't know what time it is outside. You don't know what's going on. You walk in, it's dark. You leave, it's dark.
Yep.
But it's a good time, and you get to see some great basketball. And over the last 10 years, what we've been able to watch up there, some of the players, I mean, you look at some of the guys on Michigan State right now, and you look at some of the guys that are playing in the ACC and some of the guys that are playing in the SEC right now. We watched them. We called them in high school. And, North Carolina's got a guy from Auburn High School that we called last year named Josh Langford on Michigan State that played at Madison Academy. He's one of the best players in the Big Ten right now.
Also, you have the guy that's for Purdue.
Too, he didn't make it to the finals.
I was wondering,
we did call him in the Alabama-Mississippi game, and man, he's one of the best players in the Big Ten.
Did he have ties to Purdue or something?
No, his dad actually played football at Alabama, and he was a special case where he just wanted to get out of the state. He wanted to move on, and he's got Purdue up there in the top 3.
Like I said, they're a top 3 program in the nation right now.
So
he's a big part too. Every time you see on ESPN, they're talking about him or showing him something like that. So it's just pretty cool to see that going on.
But it is fun to go up there and watch those kids. And, Shakayla Thomas, probably one of the best women's basketball players to come through in a long time, is going to be ACC Player of the Year this year for Florida State. She played for Sylacauga right up the road. And I'm going to tell you something, Adam, when we called those games in Birmingham when she was playing, I didn't see many guys better than her that year.
Really?
That's the truth.
Wow.
As far as ball handling skills, being able to move, being able to get her shot, being able to do, she was so much superior to everybody on the floor when she was out there. It's amazing how quick she is.
I can imagine.
She can dunk a basketball too, by the way.
I can imagine her being ACC Player of the Year. I can't imagine what she did in high school. I bet it was.
She destroyed people. That's what she did.
Did she ever not score the ball? Like anybody else ever score?
40, 50 a night.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, just and fill dominance. It up and just dominant. So nobody can. I mean, when you're that much better than everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like. It's like you playing out there with a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And it's like you feel kind of – sometimes she had to have felt, man, this just isn't fair.
Did Sylacauga go to win a state championship that year with her?
I don't know if they ended up winning it all or not, but I know they played in the championship, and I couldn't remember. It's bad that I can't remember that, but I want to say they did. I want to say they ended up winning the whole thing.
Wow.
But, I mean, she moved on. We knew what kind of player she was, but she goes to Florida State. I mean, I've just seen such a wealth of talent from the basketball side. The first time I saw Reggie Ragland was when he played for Bob Jones as a 9th grader in Birmingham. Not on the football field, but on the basketball court. First time I saw Kerryon Johnson was in a basketball uniform. You know, that's the kind of things that you see. And his brother Karan went on to play at it wasn't Butler, but I can't remember exactly where it was that he went. But he went to a big-time basketball school, and then Carry-On comes on, and you go, my goodness, look at this guy. Look at what he's able to do. We've been able to see so many guys over the last 10 years and girls that moved on to play college basketball, and some now in the pros. You know, the very first year we were able to call, listen to this now, probably the highlight of all, DeMarcus Cousins and Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah.
And now they went on to play together for Kentucky. And then now in the NBA, Boogie Cousins, one of the best players in the league, and he blew his Achilles out this year.
Yeah.
But Bledsoe, he's had a phenomenal career. Watch those guys play each other from LaFleur and Parker.
That was a game. You get some real talent coming.
The whole arena was packed, Adam. I've never seen
scouts everywhere.
And so to be able to talk about and call those two guys, you know, I just told Brady the other night, and he's talking about Boogie Cousins. I said, well, man, I called him in high school. Mm-hmm. He's like, man. And I said, yeah, it's cool to think about where those guys come from. And they come from a high school, too, at some point in time. Yeah. And they move on up and sign multi-million-dollar contracts moving out. So.
High school ball is a little different for them, but
they come from high school.
But
they have to start somewhere, and they have a high school they go to. So both of those guys moved on to be teammates at Kentucky.
Yeah.
And made a phenomenal run. Didn't win the national championship, but they were both one and doneers. So
is there a larger lock this year than Lynette that you can think of?
I don't think there's possible to have a larger lock than Lynette. Lynette is, man, they're going for third in a row. In the one in football, they drop down a class next year. I don't see it even being competitive in 1A in anything.
Gracious, I'm telling you, that's going to be embarrassing.
Basketball, football, man, whatever it is, they're just.
That's one of the best teams in the state all the way through.
All of 7A to 1A.
Yeah, all the way through.
I mean,
they're unbelievable.
I told Randy he didn't get a chance to call him last year, but I called him and I said, you know, Quavius Pollard, Mr. Basketball again, you know, 6'8", catching balls out there at wide receiver, just making it look stupid easy. And, you know, they'll be back this year. Triquezy Bridges, I know them all. I've called them all, and I've seen them all so much. I feel like I know them. But, if somebody beats them, it'll be the biggest upset of the decade.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way. Well, Adam, we're going to wrap it up here for the Lake Martin Sports Roundup. It's been a great time. I want to thank Davil's baseball team and Coach Caldwell for coming up here tonight to JR's to be part of the program. We wish him nothing but the best moving forward on this season. For Adam Blankenship, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next week for more of the Lake Martin Sports Roundup.
Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Relief has a new address in Alexander City. Main Street Family Urgent Care is now open across from Walmart on Highway 280. From cuts, broken bones, strep throat, and flu, they can help you heal and feel better fast. Open 8 to 8 Monday through Friday, 8 to 6 on Saturday, and 1 to 6 on Sunday.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Heal better, feel better fast.
We have a promise to keep with this community, our pledge of respect for your family and your needs in every funeral arrangement.
A funeral is a time that calls for consideration.
For that reason, we won't consider anyone else.
For a full range of funeral services with sensitivity, compassion, and respect, call Radney Funeral Home at 256-234-2511 or Langley Funeral Home at 256-896-2571. Your hometown funeral homes.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
New year, new you. It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Bice Motors in Alex City.
It's cold outside,
but the deals are hot inside.
Save up to $13,000 on remaining 2017 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Laramie 4x4.
If you ain't happy,
ain't nobody happy.
2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Package, only $19,700.
On the web at BiceChryslerDodge.com.
What's behind the CA?
A world full of opportunities.
Where are you now? Where are you going?
Where do you want to be?
These are all important in determining your path in life.
More importantly, why be ordinary
when you can be extraordinary?
At Central Alabama Community College, you can be anything you wish to be.
Don't put your future on hold and don't settle for less than excellence.
We are Central Alabama Community College.
Central to you.
Central to your success.